Shalom. All praises go to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua Ba'ashem Adabakodash, double honors unto the elder apostles, a great millstone for the teachings of the scriptures, among other things. Shalom to the sincere Akim across the world. Now this is the book of Amos, chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, saith Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor of thirst of water, for water, but of hearing the words of the Heavenly Father Yahweh, and they shall wander from sea to sea, which is basically from coast to coast, and from the north even to the east, from north to east, all over the place, basically 360. They shall run to and fro, which is towards and back and forth. Nowadays it says back and forth. It is pronounced as back and forth nowadays, or they use it like that, but this is toward and from. They seek the word of the Lord and shall not find it. So there will come a time where all these videos are basically going to stop, and you have a preload, something like that. Basically, you have a snippet of what they're going to do concerning the TikTok thing. So now they say that the TikTok thing is now unbanned, is restored, but that was just a trial test run, you know, to see the reaction of the people, and also to know how to deal with these type of things and stuff like that. You might think it's far-fetched, but they did the same thing with the 19 thing, the Windows 19. Before that happened, they had a drill. Now this is a Dutch video, but I'll translate what she was saying. She says we had a war, like the telephone war and stuff like that, right?
Prepare for war.
Prepare for war. What war? Well, not just the physical one, but the mental one. The how you call that? Well, I mean, not the carnal one, but the one that's attacking your mind. That one.
We krijgen al om ons heen te horen dat we prepare for war. Wij moeten ons voor een oorlog gaan voorbereiden.
We need to prepare ourselves for a war.
Maar dan zou ik zeggen, never waste a good war.
Never waste a good war. I can't seem to get this thing working. Well, let me see. Right, okay, I got it.
Hoor dat we prepare for war. Wij moeten ons voor een oorlog gaan voorbereiden. Maar dan zou ik zeggen, never waste a good war.
Never waste a good war, never waste a good crisis and stuff like. Never let a good crisis go to waste. Always take advantage of things.
Want ja, welke oorlog zijn we dan aan het voeren met elkaar?
So what war are we actually doing with each other and stuff like that? So what are we actually in for? I didn't translate it 100%, but loosely.
Ja, je kan zeggen dat de technologie is absoluut.
The technology is absolutely a part of this thing.
Een onderdeel van die plek waar die oorlog woedt. En dat geopolitiek.
This is that war that's actually going down right now. The war of information. Now, there are not a lot of Hebrew Israelite videos on TikTok and stuff like that. I haven't really watched it because I know it's not there. Well, let me say it better. They don't have videos like that, but I have seen snippets. I don't see no real breakdowns of going into like 15 minutes and 30 minutes and an hour and stuff like that. I have never seen that, never once in my life. And I'm not really that much on TikTok, but I clicked on a few videos and stuff. Most of the time I see some fluff stuff, but you do have little snippets of the average Edomites and of course the rest of the heathen nations. They have little snippets of exposing their elites and stuff like that, you know, things that they have done, crimes and stuff like that, you know. And these TikTok kids got, let me see. A new tribe, if I'm correct, it was them. Because it got so many, let me see. So what are they talking about? It's like this. Menendez brothers speak directly to TikTok movement, share different differing views on hope amid renewed case interest. Why? Because these Edomites, they're going back in the time and then they're sharing information about this family or these two guys that murdered their family, the mother and the father. And then they went back upon it, because these TikTok kids started to actually, show interest and bringing it back into the public eye. But this is just one. This is just one thing. I can't try to figure out all of them right now in my head and stuff like that. But I seen a few things that garners attention, and they're sharing a lot of information on that thing over there. They're sharing a lot of information over there, and it's just about various topics, man. Things about the government exposing things and stuff like that. Always these little small snippets, which is kind of good because they're kind of sharing the information with each other, loose from the scriptures, right? So this is also another reason why they are, kind of messing around with the idea of taking away their form of communication.
This is a place to watch a guy watching a guy make.
Oh man, this is bullshit.
And what this might really be all about, because this story is actually a lot more nuanced than you might think.
This one.
Nearly 40% of adults under 30 say they regularly get their news from TikTok.
And when they say these stupid numbers and stuff like that, no, it's, for example, they ask 1,000 people, and off of those 1,000 people, then they go and make these ridiculous numbers. But loose from this, I do know that a lot of people get their information from TikTok when it comes to so-called, what they call conspiracy theories, which we know is just the truth. It's just a fancy word of scaring people into, oh, you're only the conspiracy theorist. Right. They're just trying to scare you. But anyway, so a lot of people get their information over there, especially these young teenage kids. And they're trying to put a stop to that to a certain degree. But this is just a test trial run because it's restoring itself. So they're unbanned. But I wanted to also say something here concerning what Albert Pike said. Now, he's the creator of he was the highest, let me see something. How can I explain this? Well, not as creator, but he was the most respected one. Albert Pike, the most respected 33-degree Mason. And one of his quotes were, "Whenever people need a hero, we shall supply him." So they play both sides of the war. They play the good guy and they play the bad guy. They want a bad guy, they bring him up. And then they want a good guy to set them up against that so-called bad guy. Sometimes they work hand in hand, and sometimes they don't know of each other. So it seems real. Not know of each other, but more as in, hey, what are you doing? I'm supposed to be doing this. No, I'm supposed to be doing this. And then they have that little so-called infighting and stuff like that. So sometimes it's staged, and other times it's actually set up. He's set up, the good guy is set up, and the bad guy is set up, and then they clash against one another. And another time it's actually basically staged. The good guy knows about the bad guy, and they know what part to play. They know how to play their part. So I'm gonna hit him up with the last one over here. We are not ignorant of Satan's devices. So 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices, which are his schemes, tricks, plans, methods, or trick with a particular aim. And this aim is basically to deceive you, or to make you put your guards down and give the people their hero. Because now I think Trump is the one that did this, right? Well, basically, let me see something. Anyway, the person so-called responsible for this is going to be praised by the teenagers nowadays. The new generation. Ephesians 6:11. Put on the whole armor of the Heavenly Father, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. Devious or cunning stratagem employed in manipulating or persuading someone to do what one wants. That's exactly what Esau's doing. He's tricking people. And there's another quote again. In politics, who was this guy again? Yeah, this guy, Rosenfeld. In politics, nothing happens by accident. If it happens, you can bet it was planned that way. So these things, they're playing around. They're playing a game, and they've been playing a game. But they're so good at it, and they're telling you in your face what they're doing, but they're so good at it that they deceived the whole world. That was the gift that they got from the Heavenly Father. He deceived the whole earth, the whole world. Right? Deceive, revelation. So yeah, I'll write this out. Well, we're here to make it easy for the Jacob descendants to understand the scriptures and to to know what's really going down. Starting with the elder apostles and on down the great millstone. So now is the book of Revelation, chapter 18, verse 23. And the light of a candle shall shine no more at all in thee. So Esau's not going to be the candle of the world anymore, especially America, because everybody wants to go to America. They're going to be that darkness that nobody wants to go to. Once that time comes, there's still the light. Everybody's still they're still glorifying Esau. And the voice of a bridegroom and of the bride shall be heard no more at all in thee, which is feasting. Like I said, a lot of people are very happy that they live in America. But if they knew the truth, they would be very sad and very scared of living in America. Especially if you don't know this truth. For thy merchants were the great men of the earth. For by thy sorceries were all nations deceived. They have a lot of witchcraft going on around there in America. So they deceive a lot of people with that same witchcraft. What are their witchcraft things? Is the television. It's the music. The music that they pushing. Because I saw, let me see. What's his name? Here. 3 days ago, I saw this really passing by. Because it says right here, outrageous. BBC under fire for giving a platform to a murderer who boasted of killing in his music. This is their plan. This is what they're doing. Because they can easily make the laws more harsher to where people would think they would think twice before they start to go on a stabbing rampage and stuff like that, as they do in England and in America with the guns and stuff like that. But I did notice that the harsher you are, the more rebellious people will become. For example, the Israelites are like that. Isaiah chapter 1 verse 5. Why should you be stricken anymore? Ye will revolt more and more. The whole head is sick, and the whole heart is faint. And this goes for the heathen nations also. But, for example, in the Middle East, you don't have, especially Dubai and stuff like that, where they have everything under control. People have money and all that type of stuff. They have a so-called civilized society over there. Yeah, you're not going to get away with these type of things. They'll lock you, they'll kill you. They'll chop your head. They'll do something to you, man. You you don't have people like this. Sorry, in places like Qatar and stuff, you don't have people like this. And this is that guy, by the way. This is the same person that's hiding his face over here. They don't have these harsh type of punishments for them. So, but that's on purpose, and that's also because they want to promote these type of things so that the youngsters who are very not influential, but you can influence them. When you're older, it's like it's gonna get harder for you to be influenced. It's gonna get harder for you. Like, there's a power dynamic among youngsters. They look up to people in power. A lot of them, not everybody, but a vast majority of them. I'm gonna give you an example of myself when I was younger. I saw Snoop Dogg smoking weed, so I wanted to be a weed smoking guy like him and stuff like that. You see him rapping. I wanted to be a rapper just like all the other, stuff like that. So you're influential, if I said that word correct. Basically, you are able to be influenced very, very quick with a lot of things. And if you are in a group of people, for example, you're going to be influenced to be like them. I remember we had a group of friends back in the days, and then a few of them started smoking weed. That was like the first time, you know, I used to call them junkies and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? And then you're rolling around with them, and before you know it, you're smoking weed too, because it's an influence thing. And you're not going to realize it until it's too late, until you're older. Then you start thinking like, shit, what the hell did I got myself into? But anyway, so that's one of the main reasons why they keep on pushing these type of music upon the youngsters. Think about it. If they were really the righteous, they would put a stop to this type of music. And by how, for example? Well, to lock you up. And also other things, like, because these people are geniuses, man. They're smart devils. You know, don't think these Edomites are stupid. But anyway, they can stop rewarding you. How about that? There is no reward in it. You know, or they could. Is another way that they could stop things by actually offering people jobs, and then, you know, the crime rate will go down because they can make more money doing legal stuff, which is less terrifying than, you know, getting stabbed or something like that for a rhyme, or just for walking around in a turf that you have dissed before. Now they catch you walking around there. Hey man, didn't you make that song dissing our neighborhood? Stuff like that. Anyway, Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So they're supposed to be doing these type of things because they're the wicked, and the people will mourn. The average the average Edomites and stuff like that, because there's a lot of crimes in England done by Arabs or those type of people, Syria and stuff like that. And you have in Sweden and all those type of things, all across England, all across Europe, you have these type of groups and stuff like that. And yeah, of course, the family that he murdered, of course they're crying. There's a lot of these so-called rappers getting smoked, stabbed up, and stuff like that. So it's a lot of hell. It's a lot of hell going on. But it's Esau that actually pushing it, because he's rewarding them with fame, money, especially the money and the power. So they're gonna keep on doing it. The conscious rap is not being rewarded. But anyway, enough of that. But what do? They give the people their heroes. They promote them. They make them rich. Who's paying these people? The elites. Now, I'm gonna leave you with this. If you go watch this, if you watch this documentary, I think this one. If you watch these documentaries, right, start here. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. Oh, I don't need to do it right now. Right. I'll put the link in the description box so you can check it out for yourself. And start with this one. You know? And there's 3 episodes on this guy. This guy's channel. Dumb Documents. He's the original poster. You have it all over the place. You know? But he's the original poster, so I just watch him. And he has another one. Times Up Your Amalek. He took that off of his page. I don't know why. I didn't ask him because I'm not talking to him. He's a devil. He's an Edomite, so I don't like him neither. Because he wants to make Jake look bad also. I see a little shots that he throws at Jakes and stuff like that. I see that, so I don't like this dude. But the information that he brings out, is gold. Yeah, real gold. And still, he doesn't understand that we're the Israelites. so that's funny also. See, the Mosai, he gives these other heathen nations snippets and bits and stuff like that. They're making their own tongue to fall upon themselves. And you should know who this is. They really know that these guys are Amalekites. That's just crazy. Think about it. This is an Edomite. Let me see. If I'm correct, it's this guy. This guy. If I'm correct, it's him. But I'm not sure. I didn't look it up or something like that. But I see him in all episodes, so I think it would be then there for him. I saw him in part 2, part 3, and also, of course, part 1. And also the other one, which is Times Up Your Amalek. Let me see if I can find that here. Times of your Amalek. This one is not on his page anymore, by the way. This one. You should watch this one. I'm telling you, man, this is great information. You're not gonna find this on YouTube. It's impossible for this to be on YouTube. It's impossible. You can't. You know, because they're going against Amalek, and they're not gonna allow that. That's why you need to be, you know, on Rumble and stuff like that. So when YouTube is down, Heavenly Father willing, we're gonna go on Rumble for that matter. But this is here just to prepare us. This one, the ban on TikTok. Ban on TikTok. Trump signs executive order in attempt to delay TikTok ban. It's just a delay then. You know, they have these little fancy words. Oh, he stopped it. Well, I just read now for the first time. It's 2 hours ago. I never looked it up. Sorry. I did not. I looked it up, but I didn't see this one. That's what I mean. So I did look it up because, let me see. Where did I put it here? I think here. Yeah, here. If I go back, see, I did look it up. But this one was from a day ago. All this news is from a day ago. That's the one that I saw. I didn't see this one. That's what I mean. I never looked it up with this one. So that's what I mean, right? So with that, I'm going to say Shalom.